Hello, hello, hello. This is your man, Nicholas Shepherd from the Shepherd Family Enterprise Business Administration and Information Systems Consultants. And what I'm here to do is basically we are having a discussion based on the topic how to start building a business mindset. And in these discussions, basically what we do is we tend to try to um, get people to um, start thinking in a different way. Okay. Now, um, what I have here, okay, I have a list of different things, and I'm trying to make sure that I am in. Okay. We have different things that we do on a day-to-day basis that we tend to um, overlook. Okay. And the thing is that the reason why we overlook these different things is because of some of the fact that we feel as though we need something other than what we have. And we do. We need a lot of different things. Okay, so if you look at this title here that I have, and it says structuring and restructuring your multi-million dollar business profile. Okay, and what this means is for you to gather enough information about what you want to do and then roll that out to a group of people that may take interest in what you're trying to do, and um, and start off with a group, okay, of people who may have concerns. Now, the thing is this right here. Um, you have to create a dialogue. Number one, all right, and the dialogue that you create has to be a dialogue that you know I'm not gonna say everyone needs to understand, but the dialogue has to be in such a way where it's that as you start talking to people, people will listen to you. Now, let me tell you something, okay? People aren't always going to accept the things that you are trying to relay to them right away, okay? So, what this is all about is basically trying to restructure a person's mind into believing that um, if they spend enough time listening to you, then things will change. Um, you can't look at things in a way where it's that you're thinking, well, okay, the person's not listening to me. But see, you understand is that the mind continues to receive information no matter what format that you put it in. All right. The mind continues to receive information, whether it's visual, verbal, spiritual, or whatever. Okay. There's a lot of different facets that the human being retain and receive information or receive and retain the information. They may not know that they're retaining this information, but they are retaining this information. Okay, so you have to talk to people in subsets. What I mean by subsets, you deliver some information, and it has to be a controlled ideal. And an ideal that you control is how you want them to respond to the next level of your conversation. And you must get a group of people thinking this way. And then once you get those individuals thinking that way, you get those individuals to pass on the information that you relayed to them exactly where you spoke it. This is how you go about gathering the clientele or gathering the resources you need that will help your business to grow. You're not going to grow your business if you are constantly thinking that if I, um, and let's say you say, okay, if I don't do things this way, and they're not going to receive it. That's BS, okay? Everything that a person does or the way human beings think has been has been created by people who control information, and they have mastered how that information is relayed to you and I. So once you get a hold of this concept that people are are being programmed to receive information and believe what they hear and see, but you have to put yourself in a situation where they're able to do these things. Now, I'm going to be giving some sessions on how to do this. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to give some classes, and we're going to be discussing a lot of things. Some of the things are very, unorthodox, and some of the things are meets the pattern of those who actually created this path. A lot of people's not going to agree with it. It works for me, okay? And another thing, it doesn't work as fast as the people who actually have the resources to repetitively put this information out into society through via media, radio, or whatever it is they may have. You got to understand is that if you control these different things, you control the narrative of how people receive information. Um, so if you can control the narrative, and then once they come to you and talk to you, you have a structured dialogue, okay, or opening dialogue that pulls people in to the environment in which you control. You can basically gain the trust of these people. Now, this is a business mindset, all right? You must know enough about your skills. You must know enough about your objective, the direction you want to go, and you must have stages in which you want to accomplish these different things. Um, what I have done, okay, and what I've always done, I have, and I want to make sure because I want to get some things that I want to talk about, but I want to, I'm gonna write some things out, okay. And once I do this, I'm gonna show you this different thing. But once I do this, no, it's not. I don't know why it's doing this. My mouse sometimes be acting up. So okay, so and I'm gonna show you how to do this. This whole process. Because the process is basically something that you can do. Um, I'm gonna go to make sure, and I want to have certain things open, but at the same time, I want things to be in such a way where it's that I can control the things that uh, I'm trying to relate to you. Okay, my mouse is acting up. Uh, I don't know. It does this once in a while. Okay, I think I got another mouse. This mouse here is kind of, I don't know. So let me turn it off, turn it back on. Okay, there we go. I have to reset it. Okay, so the whole thing is being able to control the narrative, right? And what I mean by this is is basically gathering the information you need so that you can push your dialogue or push your narrative on to the next level of people that you want to talk about. Okay. Now, what I have here is this is a Word document. All right. And I'm gonna go about showing you some different things and how you can keep notes of what you're doing. Um, I have a thing that I use, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I have this right here. I'm open this up, and this is Microsoft. This comes with Microsoft Suite. Most laptops or whatever you have it out there already. They have other resources you can use to actually roll this out to your environment. But I'm going to show you some things how you can keep um, track of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Now, this particular document here, it's called Project Meeting Dates and Times. This is what I use in my business. And whenever I'm communicating with someone or I'm working on I'm working on something, no matter what it is, I document it. Okay. Now, the reason why I do that, um, and I'm not saying I do everything like that, but I do. I'm trying to make sure I get all this stuff together so I can give you the proper instructions. Um, I do this because of the fact that when I want to go back and review something that I've done previously, because what it is, like if those of you have been following my blog, I procrastinate a lot, like I say, and it's a form of, like I say, most people have ADHD, but it's it's really fueled by distractions, okay? And society created these distractions to pull your attention away from what you're doing to what they want you to perceive or what they want you to see or buy, whatever the case may be. So we, as human beings, think that we have a mental illness when it's not. You have a mental illness. The fact remains is that you are not. Your mind isn't structured to systematically think in such a way where you are controlling your thoughts in the direction you want to go with your thoughts. Okay, so um, I have here a document. Okay, and I created this document. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you some other things. Basically, I'm gonna do a blank document and we're gonna go through it. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, okay, in this document here, this is gonna be a test document. Okay, and so the first thing you want to do, you want to go here to references right here. Okay, and then you want to build your table of contents, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put here daily um, events and subjects. Okay, all right, and you can name it any way you want. You can format it any way you want. It's up to you. It's your document. You can look at it the way you want to. It doesn't make any difference. Um, but this is what I do. Okay, and what I do, I try to be as the more professional this document look in your mind, you know, the more it will be used by yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this document here. Okay, this is the name of it right here. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to my references. My references. Okay, you got your table of contents, right? And then you want to say um, you want to add text. Okay. All right. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna select the level. All right. See, and it pops up right here. Right. So then you want to have a table of contents, right? So I'm gonna say I want a table of contents. I'm not worried about that because I don't have anything right now. And then I'm gonna say ideals. Okay, right? Okay. So that's gonna be my whole subject line, right? Ideals. All right. So I'm gonna go back here and update the document and see how it says here. It says ideals, and it tells you what pages it is on as well. Okay, so um, now you can change this here, right? The table of contents, or you can just go here and you can put this in, right? And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put um, ideals, ideals, and uh, subject of ideals. Okay, and I can put daily in here, right? Put daily. This will be the name of your document. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back here to this home, and I usually like the Times New Roman. Okay, all right, and then once you do that, you say this, it does this, and then you want to have a color, right? All right, mine's go back here, but make sure all this table of contents is the same, and mine's I want mine's to be black. Okay, and then I want to I'll center this here, right? Of course, I'll underline it. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is in here, you're going to go here, and this right here is the spacing, line spacing options. Right? You say line spacing, and usually what I do is I would put like in the beginning I put 12. You can make it larger than that, and then area of the line after that I put 12. Right? Okay, 12 picas. All right, and then again you wanted that to be black. Right? Okay, so now um, you can create this document any way you want. Right? Okay, but the first thing that I would do to have to get control of your structure of thinking is by putting a date span in, right? So what you want to do, you want to go to your calendar, right? And you want to look at, okay, so this is the March 1st to 31st, right? So what I'm going to do, all right, I'm going to bring this down. I think I thought I had it down though, but okay. Okay, I'm going to put here, and I'm going to put 1 March through 31. I'm going to spell it all the way out. Try to be March, right? And put 2023. Okay, so that's your day span, correct? Okay, so now you got your day span, and now what you're going to do, you're going to, and I would usually put this in bold. Okay, so know that this is what I'm doing. Okay, this is your day span, and then what you're going to do is on the next level. Okay, and you have this headings, right? Okay, now this heading here is this. You want to have a heading. So the heading, okay, I'm going to take this heading, right? Start this off. This will be heading number 1, right? Well, I'm going to put this heading number 1. Okay, this will be heading number 1. Um, Times Roman. Make sure this is that, blah, 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 blah. Make sure it's blank. Okay, and of course, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it bold. And then have my ideals. Okay, and again, just Romans. I know there's a way I can make it. I can default that, but for the sake of me actually teaching you how to set up a guide so that you can go by and follow, okay, on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so um, you might want to put okay the next thing. Okay, this right here. You want to go here, and then you have this here, and have heading number 2. So you'll make this heading number 2. You're going to do the line spacing, and again, you're going to do 12 and 6. Okay, you can do 12 and 12. This is how many spaces you want between each line. Okay, um, of course, you want to escape. Of course, you want to change the font. Okay, and the font is this. Like I said, there's a way you can make it default. But we're not. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, so do you know this right here is 2? What I would do, this right here is actually move it to the, move to the right. Uh, so you have that. Okay, move to the right. You have your ideals, and then what you can do basically this right here, you can put this, and then today is 18th. I would say 18 March. Okay, 2023, and so you know that this is the date you have done this, and then you're gonna put in here, like I say, ideals, right? Okay, clean this. All right. So, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna list your ideals, man. You know what I'm saying? And you just start numbering them out, right? You know what I'm saying? You put a subject, okay, just right here, you have the what you want. Okay, you can start off with A, B, and then you can have uh, a sub listing of your ideals, or that then you can expand on that by talking about it. Okay, so you put down your ideals. Okay, and once you put down your ideals, you kind of figure out what you want to do. Just put anything down. It's like putting on paper. You typing it out. Now, the reason why you're doing this, because by that, you want to be able to go back after time goes on and come up with some type of conclusions, man. Okay. And you want to make sure you sparse it out. You want to break these different subjects down, right? Because this day you have ideals, okay? And then here you're gonna put just start jotting stuff down. Okay, it don't matter what it is, in a car or stay focused, and then you're gonna have to start talking about how you're gonna stay focused, right? And you have to practice those different techniques. Okay, now you can actually in this, all right, they have in most applications they have this time clock, right? And in this time clock here, if you open it up, okay, let me get back here. Okay, it can you can actually gauge how much time you spend, right, on each project, right? And you say, and then what happens that it will create an alarm so that you can get back on track. All right. So no matter what you're doing, you are being cued, okay, to stop procrastinating, stop doing this, do this, etc. Whatever the situation may be. Okay. So you can use that. You can learn about that. Okay. Then you have your time. And what you gonna do, of course, you kind of like you know, uh, edit, your time, um, what you wanted to say, and etc. Right? Okay. So um, here's this 1 minute. You put whatever you want in there. Okay, you can say you can put create ideals. I'm gonna put create ideals. Create new ideals. Okay. Let's say you do that. You save it as that. All right. Create new ideals. All right. So you have create ideals, and you say how much time do I want to spend on this? Right. A day. Right. So you put down, okay, for the first 20 minutes you want to be brainstorming, right? Come up with all different things based on what you talk about people, whatever the situation is. Okay, so you'll say the first 20 minutes I just want to be brainstorming. Okay, and you save that. So what happened with this is when you start this, it'll create a timer, right? And these things, and then you have the next one, the next one, the next one, and you can, it can be how many you want, it's just up to you what you want, right? So you create these ideals, and then you start researching ideals, and you try to use as much references. You try to list the reference of where you got this information from, and then you're going to expand on it as time goes on. All right. But the thing is being in control of what you're doing and how you go about doing it, right? And then there's levels. Try to start small. Granted, in the beginning, your mind will be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But if you create you create steps, like, okay, I'm gonna create these steps. Okay, so I'm gonna say step one, um, focus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say focus, right? And then and then once you do that, under your focus tab, right? You know what I'm saying? And like I say, these here, you can actually put this in your heading. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be heading one, right? And then I'm gonna say here, put here, go ahead and do this, right? One, it's gonna be focus, right? So make sure this is that color. Make sure this is Fine. Okay. Same thing. Okay. Clear. All right. And then what you're gonna do? You're gonna start writing out what tools you need to focus, right? Or if you lose focus, what some type of restraining mechanism or concept you're going to use to stay focused, right? And you're going on and on and on and on and on. Okay, just do whatever you think that takes your mind off what you're doing, or to keep you on track. You write it down. You create it. Let you create a menu, and you continue to do that. All right. And I notice, like myself, okay, um, my attention span is probably about 5 minutes. Okay, and I'm giving myself a pat on the back with that. But you have to start boosting your attention span up at what you're doing. Okay. All right. So that's the first thing. Okay. So now you understand the concept. You had information that you need. You created a document. I showed you how to create a document. You put these different things down every day. Okay. You put down the time that you do it. Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to say, okay, this date, right? I'm gonna create. I create ideals, and this could be every day, man. You focus, and then you can put a subset of that, right? You can say, okay, I'm gonna do this, focus, and then you say, okay, 1A, okay, and of course you're gonna put a dent in there, and then you put in there exactly, what you can put the time in there, right? Um, you can say time, okay, you know what I'm saying? And you can say, uh, like right now it's 3:47 a.m. 3:47 a.m. Right? And you create some type of concept, right? What was you focusing on? What was you trying to do? What type of reading material was you using? You have to come up with some type of restrained, systematic concept that you are doing to help you maintain your focus. And you say, like, okay, I was reading a book. Okay, so let's say researching um so you say researching and what you're researching, right? And you write these things down. Like I said, I can't stress this enough. All right, you have to do it, and then once you get yourself in tune of what you're researching, what you're trying to do, everything like that, you learn, you start, and you keep going back to this. You'll find out that as you start becoming more structured thinker, whether it's videos or reading a book, everything like that, you put this stuff down and you spend, and like I say, you have this timer that you use, right? That which is a mean of keeping your mind in a position where you are actually in tune to what you do, and you time yourself. Like I say, we have this clock here. You put that stuff in there, and you just, okay, how long did it take me, right? And you clock it out and you document it, right? Okay, I was did this, that, and you said, okay, lose focus about this time. I try to do this and that. You do anything that appease you, right? As long as there's some type of structure. All right. Okay. Moving along. All right. That's the first step. Okay. So the next thing that, and I'm not going too much into my document, right? Because the whole thing is that I want you to be able to look at things in such a way where it's that you are aware of what you're doing. Okay. And as you start focusing on what you're doing and how you want things to be done, you start seeing things in a different light, right? As time goes on. Okay. Um, it's not going to be automatic. Believe me, it's going to be difficult in the beginning. But once you start moving forward, you're going to realize that, oh, okay, I can stay focused, right? For like at least 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So, and I'm going to build this up by doing this and utilize this structure, this technique, and I'm going to stick with it. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to end this video here. This is more of the first step of the tutorial, how to stay focused, how to stay on point, everything like that. And I want you to like, share, okay, and subscribe to my channel, and share and press the alarm button so that you will be alerted whenever I come on other YouTube videos. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for coming out. Love you. Peace.